Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Shauki bin Roslan. So today I will present about the introduction of shear training in reinforced concrete beam. In the construction and engineering field, beam is a structure that carries transverse load, namely like brick wall, floor, slab, and roof in building that impose on it. So the main material of beam is concrete. Concrete actually is a material that's strong in compression but weak in tension. So, to withstand the tension in concrete beam, steel reinforcement was incorporated it. This is because steel reinforcement is strong in tension. So we can look on this figure, show that the steel reinforcement that inserted into the beam. Next, a beam also serves to accommodate both an internal shear and moment. Actually, the shear is the result of a transverse shear stress distribution that acts along the cross-section of beam. The effect of shear stress to the beam is deflect the cross-section of beam in a difficult manner and also cause the formation of shear strain. Therefore, innovative techniques on shear resistance are required to prevent damage or cracking to the reinforcement concrete beam. So, to see more obvious for the existence of shear stress, we can see that a cut will slide past each other when they cut in the band. So that's all from me about the introduction. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faizi Muhammad Nizam, and now my part is background of study. In this project, I will explain about background study. The shear strength of material is defined as its capacity to withstand a force that causes in internal structure to move against itself. Shear strength can be measured in both sides, for example, vertical, horizontal, and direction. Corrosion is deteriorating process that causes material component to lose thickness. Shear failure can occur if the corrosion pipe is subjected to stress that exceed its reduced shear capacity. In corrosion. Next, corrosionpedia. The meaning of corrosionpedia is degradation and loss of a material key quality as a result of chemical between the exposed material surface and the environment. Next, the presence of moisture of oxygen in the ambient air can impede the rusting process on the steel surface. To explain the shear strength of the material is important of the surface design of components such as beam, column, and bolt. The cross-section area of material has a significant effect on its shear strength. Thus, the shear strength of the component increases as it becomes wider and thicker. Next, the shear strength of a steel beam web is expressed as a formula 0.6 Fy x Aw, where Fy yield strength of steel, Aw the area of material cross-section, As since is a equation above, a large R equal greater shear strength.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shamir binti Nursha and my metric number is EF210011. So today I would like to represent my part, which is solution, how to solve the shear strengthening in RCB using these four types of technique or these four types of material. The first one is carbon fiber reinforced polymer laminate. The second one is externally bonded aluminium alloy plates. The third is embedded through section technique, and the last one is SRG or steel reinforced girth composite. So carbon fiber reinforced polymer laminate is one of the composite material which is we use to strengthening and repairing and of reinforced concrete structure. So this technique has been used widely to reinforce columns, beams, walls, slab, and other material in construction or inside. So external CFRP reinforcement is used to flexural reinforcement, and it enhances the ductility of compression component and shear reinforcement. So the next slide is externally bonded aluminum alloy plates. So high strength aluminum alloy or AA plates possesses desirable characteristics that may solve or overcome some of the shortcomings of FRP and steels. So this aluminum is isotrophic material that is simple to manufacture and connect to RC surface, which is explosive and mechanical encourages. So the load carrying capability of reinforced concrete beam is greatly influenced by the orientation of AA plate that used as external strengthening material. So I have attached one picture of alloy plate that is used as external strengthening material in RC beam. So the next slide is steel reinforced grout composite. This technique or system consists of galvanized ultra high strength steel wire that is twisted together to form a quartz and assembled to form an indirectional fabric, which is embedded in an inorganic cement-based matrix. So as we can see in picture that I have attached in slide, the SRG is embedded in the RC beam and in the cement-based matrix. So it is used to resist or avoid the corrosion and salt damage. Steel textile, which is coated with brass or zinc or constructed of stainless steel. So SRGs is an effective way in improving the shear capacity and the ductility of reinforced concrete beam. The last one is embedded through section technique. So embedded through section technique or ETS technique is relatively recent shear strengthening strategy for reinforced concrete beam. This technique is consist of opening hole across the beam thickness with the desired inclination, which bars are introduced and are bonded to the concrete substrate with adhesive material. So all the reinforced concrete beam using this ETS technology outperform unstrengthened beam. So if we compare the unstrengthened beam, which using this ETS technique, it has a increase their cracking, yielding, and ultimate load value. So these all four types of technique that I have listed in our project to solve the shear strengthening in RCB. Thank you.
I'm Oshun and I will continue the part of recommendation and conclusions. So, the shear strength is a strength which involves a shear deformation. It is caused by the shear force that's produced from the beams and it will cause the failure of the shear happens such as the beam crack. So, I will move to the next slide. The recommendations. So, first recommendation is the carbon fiber reinforced polymer laminate. It will help to enhancing the density of the compression component and the shear reinforcements, and will help the beam to collaborate in the failure rather than the shear. Next, the anthrax bond aluminate alloy plate for the shear strengthening of the reinforcement concrete beams. It will help to utilizing the aluminum plate that can increase the shear capacity of a beam. So next, the steel reinforcement grout composites. It is a new technology that using the graphite ultra high strength steel wire to twist together and create a cord. It will strengthen the beam's shear capacity and it will increase with the shear reinforcement ratio. Next, the inhabit through a section technique, echoes as ETS. It will solve the problem like error, quaking, and ultimate lock. The shear failure will also be decreased by using this method. So, from the recommendation that I given before, it can help to prevent the issue of the shear strengthening in the reinforcement concrete beams. So that's all for me. Thank you.